Well, how closely do you watch over your financial transactions? 11 million people will have their identities stolen this year, and 1 in 10 will learn about it for the first time when they get a call from a debt collector. There are people right here in the capital region looking to literally swipe your personal information, and they can find all the tools they need to commit this crime right on the internet. Here's Liz Bishop with more on that.
It's a recipe for financial disaster. An unscrupulous waiter, a small handheld device, a quick swipe of your credit card, and not just dinner could be on you a half a world away.
At the end of their shift, they'll take all the credit card numbers that they've swiped and be able to download that on a computer, and within hours, those numbers can be in a foreign country.
This is a skimmer, and anytime you use your credit or your debit card, you run the risk that someone will use one of these to steal the information on this magnetic strip, things like your name and your account number, and then take that information and wipe out your bank account. We showed you it can happen here, but it can also happen here or here.
You could basically order a credit card and have it shipped to your house, or order a credit card and with your name and identification, but someone else's account that's been magnetized on the back.
Skimmers have been around for several years, but the fact that they're readily available on the internet and reap big rewards have made them a go-to device for bad guys. How big is it in this area?
Well, it's very big.
You can thank geography and this area's love of retail for that. Our shopping malls and business corridors are a perp's paradise, and it turns out a lot of those rip-off artists are coming from New York.
There are people that are coming from out of town with counterfeit credit cards that are coming in here and spending 8 hours and literally walking away from the Capital District with $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 all in one afternoon from ripping off our stores.
We see it week after week on the Perp Patrol. Local police agencies are overrun with credit card con men who can score hundreds, even thousands of dollars in one trip to the ATM.
The evidence you see on the table is from the case of the People versus Charles Lloyd.
Charles Lloyd liked to steal driver's licenses, which he used to create fake identities for counterfeit checks.
But he also went into the business of the skimmer business. So he bought a skimmer along with these blank cards in order to start upgrading from checks, which you can only use once, to credit cards, which you can use repeatedly.
Chris Baines heads up the Financial Crimes Unit at the Albany County DA's office. He says that skimmer was still in the box when police got tipped off and arrested Lloyd in possession of 13 driver's licenses.
Some of them were lost, some of them were stolen. In one case, he stole a license from someone he was taking on a date.
You can buy skimmers easily online. They're a legitimate tool for many small retailers, as are these blank plastic cards, but in the wrong hands.
They take blank cards like this, they run it back through this runner after it's hooked up, and now that information has been encoded onto the strip. So now they can use that white plastic in an ATM.
If you're thinking it's only a matter of time before you become a victim, not necessarily. Turns out you need two things to minimize your chances of being ripped off, and you need to know when and how to use them.